Hey, so for those of you that saw the previous Q&A videos, my sister Yazzie has started working with me, and we're doing a video series just around like the questions she has, what she's been learning, and what she's potentially struggling with or what's confusing. So we're going to do a next part of the series now. We're a couple of weeks in, so the questions are changing a little bit, and the feedback's been really good in the last few videos, so keep the feedback coming. We're really interested in it, but it's a much more informal Q&A based series. So hope you enjoy it, and yeah, leave your feedback in the comments below.
Question number 1, how do you improve your ROAS, return on ad spend?
Yeah, so I touched on that a little bit. The better quality ads, products, and experience you can give people on your landing page. So if you get a better conversion rate, that's going to improve your return on ad spend. You could focus on products that give you a better return. So if you have 1,000 products and 500 of them give you a poor return on ad spend, you could just remove them from your campaigns, and that would improve it. You could tighten your target return on ad spend targets if you have those set. I find at lower budgets, normally your return on ad spend does go up. I think with return on ad spend, it's very easy if you focus on just branded terms to have a really good return on ad spend. But the thing is, if you just focus on brand, you're not going to be bringing in new customers. And over time, you will drive up the cost per click and the cost per purchase on your own brand. So it's like just focusing on ROAS like in isolation is not great. I know it's very popular to do so, but I think the problem is that when people are willing to spend more than you and accept a lower return on ad spend, then your business will suffer because that other person is willing to spend more, accept a lower return on ad spend. And yeah, it can put you at risk. But in saying that, you obviously need to consider it. You can't be throwing money into a pit and burning it. It's not something you don't look at. But yeah, I think it's overanalyzed a lot. And a lot of people are focusing on like profit on their ad spend at the moment. So is it POAS? I don't remember. Profit on ad spend, something like that. Like your return, like the actual profit, not just the values. I think in that release about AI and Google, it's going to be a big push for like feeding PMAX, which are the most profitable products, and focusing on those. So that is where things are moving more towards as well. I think the problem with that will be even more so that if people focus too much on that again, then they're probably going to be outbid by other competitors as well. Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. So the next question is, how do you force Google to spend more money if your campaigns are not spending in line with your budget?
Yeah, it can be tricky. It's a bit of a balancing act. Sometimes you're going to have to try different campaign types. If it really is spending very, very, very little, I had someone did a quick audit for someone the other day, and their campaigns were not spending barely any of their budget. When that happens, it's Google doesn't know what you're selling, and so you probably need to put more keywords in your product title. And rather than doing something like a Performance Max campaign or an automated bidding strategy, you want to potentially go back to standard shopping and start to get some conversion data and just some clicks on your products, because at the moment Google has no idea. If you're spending a lot and you're finding Google won't spend more, you're probably going to have to start lowering your target return on ad spend there, and you might need to introduce additional campaigns. So you might need to start doing some search campaigns as well as your PMAX. You may need additional Performance Max campaigns as well. You could introduce a standard shopping campaign alongside your other campaigns as well. And then you kind of would want to, have all the campaigns there, like YouTube campaigns. You want to have shorts, you want to have discovery. You want to kind of go across all of Google as well. And then, some campaign types might just have max conversions instead of max conversion value, because it'll start to go a bit broader. Because what's happening when you can't spend more, Google can't find more conversions for you at the rates you've set. Or it doesn't know who to search for, so you kind of need to force it to look outside of what it's been doing in the past.
Okay, cool, makes sense. So the next question is, should you make constant changes to your Google ad campaigns, or is it more harmful than good?
It's definitely more harmful than good. I think that's probably that, and not being patient, which goes hand in hand with this, is the biggest issue for most people. When I audit ad accounts, I see people go in there and they're making constant changes every single day, every couple of minutes, because they think this is like Meta, Facebook, social media ads, and it's not. If you keep making changes, you're going to be resetting everything, and if you're not letting Google's algorithm do its thing, that's when you're going to fail. And the people that have stayed in this and done it the longest have done the best, I've found. That's not to say you make no changes, because I think from my side, when someone's paying you to run their ads, if you're not making many changes, they go, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I guess my role is to guide them on what's the best decision based on my experience. And a lot of the time, it's not constantly touching it. It's detrimental. It's just not how it works.
Yep.
And
so just letting Google do its thing.
yeah, it's not to say you can't do anything, but quite often, if you're going and constantly adding things, removing them, touching them, changing budgets, that's when things start to deteriorate. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that was the Q&A series. Stay tuned for the next one. We're going to do these regularly. So yeah, see you in the next one.